Welcome to another episode of the What Are We Talking About Today podcast. It has been a long time since our previous upload, which, if you have been a long time viewer of the podcast, you would know that is quite common. If you've been a long time viewer of the podcast, you might also recognize that it is in fact everyone's favorite host, Parker, talking right now, and not Mason. Why would that be, you might ask? Well, hold your round of applause. Actually, don't, because I need the encouragement. But this is the very first episode, edited by yours truly. So, Camp 23, Part 3 of the What Are We Talking About Today podcast is officially brought to you by Parker. You're welcome.
Rorschach's Journal,
Oh my gosh.
July 26th, 2020. The Bears have done nothing but rave for the past decade. The only thing I can do is stop the music. But you can take the music out of the bear, but you can't take the bear out of the music.
That's based.
But. Rorschach signing off.
What are we talking about? All our friends and no more doubts. We'll talk in circles, laugh at farts, be together and join our hearts. Yeah, it's time for camp again. How we long to be back then. But here we are with our crew, making memories so brand new. So grab the mic and make some noise and let the record show that this one is for all of us. Just see how far we go. What are we talking about? All our friends are here right now. Let's go get some Taco Bell, make a new story to tell. And though things change, we'll keep our groove. Together we can see it through. And as we face another day, we will find just what to say. What we talking about today?
Amazing.
Anyway, I'm everybody's favorite host, Parker.
I disagree.
Is that actually true?
We should take a poll. I'm everybody's favorite host, Mason.
That's facts. This is why, by the way.
We have
I didn't think you were lying, but
everybody's favorite 14-year-old.
What up, fam?
It's Leighton.
And I'm definitely not 14. We're gonna go with that.
he was 14.
I was not 14.
You were never 14? Wow. And of course,
Everybody's favorite
for the first time on the
light
podcast,
blue water bottle owner.
Hi, it's Avery.
Avery,
It's Avery.
the co-nurse,
Not young Martian's sister.
not young Martian sister. That's why Parker's like,
What does that
I got
mean?
Avery for the podcast tonight, and I was like, Avery Scott is gonna be. She's not even at camp. I was like, how is she gonna be on the podcast? He's like, no, the other Avery. I was like, that makes
The
more
other.
sense.
I did say other.
The other.
Truth be told.
Someone called me Adri today. Yeah, yep.
It's a good one.
Yep.
Was it Parker?
No. Shockingly, no.
Why is that shocking?
Sounds like something you would say.
It does sound like something you would say. Oh,
Checks out, yeah. Yeah.
it checks out.
I'll take it.
I don't know you that well
This is true.
at all. Do I know you at
I
all?
don't think I know you
I
either.
don't know if this might be our first time meeting officially.
Yeah.
I'm
hey,
Mason.
great. I'm Avery. Nice
High
to
five.
meet you.
Air five. I'm sweaty. Let the record show.
Let the record show that they high-fived.
That,
I
they
didn't. We did.
absolutely
We did.
not. Okay,
Okay,
now they
now
won't.
we did.
Now we have. First of all, Did Parker tell you what's required of all new guests on the podcast?
I always disclaim that. Yes.
Okay.
I'm a professional.
She's shaking her head
Okay,
no.
so I thought that it had to be a personal story, and I couldn't think of one.
I always clarify.
Let the record show my
Keep
poop story
working.
was about my dogs.
Okay, see, I didn't know
So,
that.
Yeah. that doesn't
But
have to
if
be
you have a personal one, we'd never be offended.
Yeah.
If I think of a personal one, I'll share it, but I can't think of one.
Okay, that's okay.
I'm sure there's countless from my career
As
as a nurse.
a nurse,
Wah,
do you work
wah.
at? I don't want to dox you. Do you work at?
Hospital on wheels.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. What, you like a traveling nurse now?
No.
I don't know. People get into that and like it's really good pay.
That was actually the goal when I graduated from college. That's why I moved here. Yeah.
This is getting way too technical for this podcast.
We're just getting to know each other, Leighton.
Hey, I'll say what's too technical for this
True.
podcast.
True.
Anyways, this is maybe a little too technical. No.
Should I share this mic?
No.
You'd have to tell a poop story.
You're
first.
talking. You're in the middle of a.
Okay.
I'm wandering the halls looking for water.
By halls, he means the
Do you,
wide open.
do you mean
Is the cafeteria unlocked?
I'd love to be Parker? He's a cool guy.
Thank you, Mason.
He needs, let the record show he needs sleep.
She's got it.
Wow. Diagnosed live on the podcast. You heard it
We
here
don't
first, folks.
diagnose. We assess. We don't diagnose.
Ah, assessed.
Ah,
No, I respect that.
you've been assessed. Anyways,
You have been assessed.
so you have many a poop story.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a special one though.
Yeah. If you want to hold on to that,
I
That one was the
mean,
most
I've had-
splattery.
I mean,
the record shows
profuse.
she is deep in thought.
Which one was the most
I can't even
there's
imagine
just
the amount
so
of.
many.
the
There's
ama-
so many.
She's thinking about the splatitude, right? Am I right? Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me
I
I'm
can't
wrong.
imagine the amount of poops
Tell me I'm wrong.
flickering through
so
your head
the
right now.
issue
She's
is
right.
that
That aren't
as it was
yours.
happening, it wasn't comical. I was furious, and so that's
Oh,
why
of
it's hard
course.
to weed through
That's true.
the.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
it was
I-
my problem that I had to figure out.
I
It
had a f-
wasn't funny.
I'm not sure I ever got an answer. Maybe what's the biggest like single log you've ever seen?
Were you
And
the one that
did it
sent me that
have to
meme,
be
or did you send me that
surgically
tweet?
removed? Yeah, and I never got an answer.
Yeah. I did answer you.
Did you?
Yeah.
Parker,
Well, I
RP
don't remember
Phil.
it. What?
Get better, good.
I'm sorry.
Dude, I'm so tired.
Okay, one time.
Yeah.
man.
At band camp?
Nice. It's funnier when we hand off the mic too. Sorry, they keep interrupting. Go on.
This man came in having hallucinations, and he pooped in every corner of the room.
Every corner?
Yeah.
Like purposely the corners.
He wasn't trying to be awful. He was completely
Out of it.
out of it.
That's just sad.
It
Why'd you pick the
is.
saddest one?
What? That's
You
the first
could've
one that came
picked-
to mind. It was a really big mess. It
Well,
was
I
a
can
really
imagine.
big mess. I can't measure splatitude. I don't know. I don't know.
Instead of like the 4 nations, like in Avatar: The Last Airbender, it's the 4 corners
Poop,
of poop.
poop, poop, and poop. Long ago, the 4 nations lived together in harmony, but that all changed when poop attacked.
No, when the Shart Nation attacked.
I've got a quick story that's fun. One time, I was a nurse, and there was a nursing assistant helping me clean up this patient.
Okay.
And we took off her sock, and her toe came with the sock.
This does.
What?
Like
It's
her
just a
whole
cool
toe?
story. Yeah, part of her toe came off.
What toe?
Yeah, we were talking about gangrene earlier.
What toe was it?
And now it's everyone's favorite nurse, Nancy.
Wow.
She's our favorite light blue.
Avery is
She's
your
our favorite
favorite
light
young.
blue
No,
water
I'm
bottle
gonna need
owner.
something different. That's
Avery
not fair.
is your favorite young.
She's our favorite
nurse.
Subaru owner.
Dude,
I just offended Wyatt and Mason.
he's
in
picking
one.
out all the boring things about me.
So I missed the toe story.
It was very
She's our
anticlimactic. I was just
favorite-
quickly
Was
inserting
it
the
as good
story.
as my leg poop story?
No.
Nancy has a poop story.
It's a gangrene poop story because I'm a nurse. I'm an old nurse.
She's an old nurse.
Just please don't make it depressing.
Oh, I don't know if it is.
I
is
told him
mine
about
depressing?
my patient that was hallucinating and was pooping in every corner of the room.
Oh,
She called me out like that. I am very offended.
That is sad.
Nancy
So-
on the pod.
No.
She's live.
Yeah.
It's happening.
So I was 23 years old, and it was before my military days, and so I was on this nursing ward, med surg ward. Avery knows how bad those can be.
Yeah.
And so I had this patient, and she was given a drug called K-Exalate, which makes your potassium go down because hers was very high, and it also makes you seriously poop. And so
you never want to see that on your orders.
no,
ever.
you never want to,
Because
ever
that will
see
be the
that,
rest of your shift.
especially when your patient is confused and
usually
not
they
doing-
are if they need K-Exalate.
and especially when they have long gray hair
Duly noted.
and a black leg from gangrene. So this poor woman was given K-Exalate by yours truly because it was on the orders. And I was a young nurse, so I had no idea what was coming. Holy moly, it was a pool of poop. A pool of poop. So a whole team of us went in to help this poor woman. Well, she was confused. Well, sorry.
That's okay. This is
It gets-
these
it
are
gets-
these are real.
They're real stories. So
No, guys, this is the most.
Mine was too.
This is the most interesting things that have happened on the podcast because they're like working professionals.
Okay,
It's on the record.
every story we have ever told is Weenie Hut Jr. compared to real
oh,
life.
but
This is real life.
yeah.
I like this. WAWTAT just got real.
So it gets better. So we're cleaning this poor woman, and I mentioned the long gray hair, right? Yeah, that was bad. So we're cleaning her up. It's a team of people, and I bent down to pick up the sheets. So one and only time I've ever screamed as a nurse.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as she was trying to bat at us because she was, it hurt, and that's all she knew to do. So she was trying to, bless her heart, bat. Well, I went to bend down the sheets by that black leg, and it came within inches of my face because she was trying to kick me with it, and I screamed. I screamed out loud. So that's my gangrene poop story.
Oh my goodness.
That is awful.
Yeah.
So many smells.
So many smells.
Wow.
I don't remember the smells. It's kind of like
I have gotten really good at breathing through my mouth.
yes,
It's very
yeah,
odd.
Yeah, I was well trained in that before I became an RN in working at
No,
a
in order to taste,
nursing home.
Ew.
Yeah, you have to.
That's-
in order to taste, you have to smell it.
I'm gonna hand this
Layton
back
said
now.
in order to taste them.
Thank you very much, Nancy. I
Thank you, Nancy.
wasn't expecting this, and I am overjoyed that we got that story now. You almost got kicked in the face by a poop-covered gangrene leg.
Dude, I don't think anyone was expecting that.
That was wild.
I feel blessed. No, I appreciate it. I'm glad. I mean, my poop stories are usually on the level of I used to wear onesie pajamas and got some marble-sized turds in my foot. So I appreciate the reality check. Yeah. No,
I have a question for Nancy. Do you have a strategy when you're trying to change a patient with diarrhea, but they're also restrained?
Oh.
It's always so hard, and I still don't know the right way to do it.
So you have to
Wyatt
kind
knows.
of depends on the. Oh wait, Wyatt has an answer for
No,
this.
I was gonna say the diary was hard.
No, diarrhea is not hard. Diarrhea is not hard.
No. So if they're in hand restraints only, or
Well, we only do 4-point.
okay, so you'd have to restrain on the one side as they're turned,
Isn't that just
and then clean, and then Yeah, it's the only way that I know to do it.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right,
Wow.
Wyatt.
I'm thoroughly impressed by that conversation.
We could also teach you guys how to restrain people.
It counts. You know how many poop stories I have about other people? All of about 0.
My poop story was about my
Oh,
dog.
that's true.
That's called cheating.
That's not cheating. That's a poop
That
story.
was a cop out. That was an incredible cop out.
Yeah. So I had a good time when I was like, gotta say 3-ish, 4-ish, because I could wade in a tub.
Really
And-
quickly.
Yeah.
I appreciate this.
All right.
Shart is actively struggling with holding
A
like
lot.
30 things in her
just
hands.
go.
Yeah, there's like
You
two
can
Ziploc
go.
bags
You
full of
better
shower
do.
things and
If
clothing.
you like the mic
And
for half a
glasses.
second,
I hope you make it back.
Hi.
Perfect.
yeah, that was right.
That'll
Okay, and
do.
Carissa?
That'll suffice.
What about me? Hello.
Beautiful.
If I had a scooter in my hand, I would have swung it and hit all of y'all.
Scooter?
Razor scooter. I have a history of doing that.
Thank you.
Truly ratchet.
They really wanted to
This is
say something
ratchet.
before they went and showered, so I just wanted to. Now all interruptions are done.
No, you're good.
Now it's the
So-
newest interruption.
Yeah. So I'm like wading in a pool or a tub, sorry, just like in my parents' bathroom for some reason. And I'm like, hey, now's as good as time as any to poop in the tub. And then I'm like freaking out. And so I'm like trying to run from it. But as like, you like create a current as you're doing it. So it was chasing me around the tub. It was a good time. I was absolutely
That looks like a.
terrified.
I can imagine it's like
Yeah.
a cartoon bit where
Yeah.
you're just running around in circles.
Except
And
it was me.
yeah, and it was a piece of poop chasing you.
Yeah. It was terrifying. I was traumatized
That
by
is-
myself. It was a good time.
So much better than yours.
He's like Thanos.
The
Run
good thing is
from it.
I know I was like
Destiny
3
still
or 4
arrives.
because I could wade in a tub.
not 14.
No, I would be too tall. Or that would be a massive tub.
Was driving. Come on now.
It's not driving.
So that happened to me, except I was young. Well, so I was with my. No, I was. My parents were bathing my brother and I at the same time, and my brother pooped while I was in there. And there's like home video of me just like freaking out. It
It's a free
was.
toy.
That's horrifying, Avery.
I'm gonna have nightmares.
Play marbles.
I wonder where that video is.
You could. You could have played marbles
Could've
with
played
Leighton,
marbles.
with his.
I had
poops.
two waiting for you.
Except the age differential would have
It's
been
true. It's true.
inordinate.
It's true.
I also have like another poop story that happened
Is
after
it a real
me-
one?
Huh?
Is it a real one?
About
this
your
time?
dog? Is this one a cop out about your dog?
It's something that happened to me.
Did you even realize you rolled your eyes?
Did you roll your eyes at me?
No.
This is off the.
No. For the record, Charlene
the
asked
rails.
if I rolled my eyes at her, and I did not. I didn't. Okay, Wyatt's poop story.
Not
Better not be a
the one that
cop-out.
not the one I've already talked about.
Not the one he's already talked about.
So my dogs have had puppies. Two
Is this
like
about your dog again?
Puppies
Dude,
don't count as
This
poop.
is a cop out.
no,
If
no,
this is
no.
about your dog again, it's a cop out.
two.
When he said dogs, I straight up pictured his toes and then thought about them having puppies.
Bruh.
As
Pinky- the pinky
nurses,
toe is
have
the
you
puppy.
ever seen a situation like that? Where toes produce puppies? Okay, good. Well, at least there's that.
And
Let the record show both nurses.
Oh yeah, they both said no. Avery, I don't think we actually got a negative from her, so
Avery's just
it's
laughing.
up in the air.
Confirmed at best.
I don't know how to like record an eye roll. Does that not compute?
Like
Let the record show.
no, like this.
Boom.
So
But anyways, basically my poop story is I stepped in dog poop at my house. Cause
okay, I have a
Like,
better.
that is
I have
like
a better.
not a-
no,
I've
no, no.
stepped
Here's the
in
thing. Here's the
than
My
I
thing.
own
had.
poop at my house.
Here's the thing. Like I saw it in the morning when I woke up. Like I saw like a few piles of poop, but there was one I did not see that was just on the floor. And as soon as I stepped in it, I knew exactly what it was, and I was just like, And there were like 4 other poop piles downstairs, like on the carpet.
Hey, yo. What?
So, in my mom's neighborhood, I was straight up somewhere between the ages of 15 and 20. They all kind of meld together. I'm going to say 15 and 18. 14 and 18. It's between the ages of 14 and 18, and it's like
He wasn't driving until he was 18.
yeah, I didn't start driving till I was 18.
He just didn't want to do driver's training.
I didn't want to take segment 2.
Ridiculous.
Because you didn't need to take it.
Ridiculous.
No, I just want a high five.
Let the record show.
Doesn't matter.
Mason just high fives Parker King.
Here's the thing. We were in my mom's neighborhood, and it was the like very late winter, like when it starts turning into spring.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like there's been maybe a thaw or two, but all the ice isn't quite gone.
Right.
So you can like reach into the snow, and it's chunky, but you can like break into it and pull it out, and it's like snow cone
Yeah.
texture.
Yeah. Like you want to
That
like put some like cherry juice on it.
slush, but not as wet. Slush, but not as wet.
But you can't remember how old you were?
No. I'm a writer, not a historian.
No. Hold on 1 second.
Bro.
Probably the most pretentious thing I've ever heard you say.
So
unironically. I'm a writer, not a historian.
So it's at the point where like decomposed leaves that you would see have
Yeah.
been nestled in the snow all the time, and it starts melting, and so there's like leaves. Anyway,
Right.
we're picking up this slush, me and my brothers, and we're picking up this slush and chucking it at each other. And it was like bonus points if you pick up a leaf and chuck a leaf and hit them with a leaf and get the leaf stuck to their face. So I go to pick up a snow pile with a leaf in it.
Yep.
And I realize that this leaf has squished
Stop.
in between the fingers of my glove
My
because it wasn't a leaf.
God.
It was dog poop.
Oh.
Did it hit your brother's face?
I wish I was as evil as some of the other older brothers in my life that I know, but I regretfully inform you
I
am not.
hit my brother in
I
the
did
face with a
not.
baseball bat. So I would have thrown a pile of dog food or dog poop at my brother.
dog food.
Jared. Jerry Clapp.
Jerry Clark Jr.
He said hi. Hold on, really quick.
Goodbye.
I know.
And good night,
Hey,
Chicago.
good morning. Good night. Good morning in Tokyo. Good night in Michigan. It's your boy Jerry Clapp, aka Mason's grandma's favorite, aka Parker's mom's boyfriend, aka Jared Clark.
Oh my.
So the sweet.
That's a party foul.
I'm sorry, Edwin. I
AKA
love
your
you. I know you
father's
listen to this. Edwin, I know you listen to this. I'm sorry.
No, she
She
I hope
doesn't.
she doesn't.
That's super sad.
I would not doubt that
so
Edwina listens to this.
To preface this story,
Yeah, really quickly. Rick Sayre has listened to every single episode of this podcast.
He's a dog.
I love him.
yeah, he's a goon.
After your story,
Love you,
can I
Dad.
introduce myself?
Yeah. Do you
Continue.
want to do it really quick? You can. After my introduction.
Hey guys, my name's AJ, and I never learned how to read.
21 years old.
This is my first
So-
time on the podcast, and fun fact, I've never pooped without taking my shoes
Should
off.
have just ended it there. I've never pooped. So it wasn't 7 a.m.
I just pee. Anders just said, I've never pooped. I just pee ferociously.
Ferociously.
That's abhorrent.
I say I done to AJ's. He started, I finished it. You're welcome.
Wait, was Jared
He
talking?
started the dump. I finished it.
No, Parker's talking. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
Proceed.
No, so anyways.
So anyways, I never learned how to read, and I don't appreciate you guys laughing at that.
We weren't.
I'm checking in as sad, and I'm checking in as targeted, and I'm checking in as
Triggered.
triggered.
I'm going to start gaslighting AJ in the next 5 minutes. So,
Thanks for the warning.
hey, so this poop story wasn't at 7 a.m. Mason, if you say one word. Parker, I swear to God, I know where you sleep. Mason, I know where you sleep. So this poop story, I want to go to bed. Let me share this poop story. I want to tell people about me accidentally pooping myself. So it was noon.
What?
And I was at home watching my 2 younger siblings. We were playing across the street from our house in the woods. My dad pulled up. It's noon. My dad's like, "You guys want to go get ice cream?" I was like, "Sweet. Yes." Or he told my siblings, and then my siblings were like, "Jared, Dad wants to talk to you." I started sprinting. No idea. Had no inkling of pooping. No rumbling in the tumbly. No movement southward. I was good. I was BM free in my mind.
Yeah.
And
We've been
as soon
there.
as my dad was like, by the way, I'm like 16 at this point. He goes, "Do I get ice cream?" And with the most gusto I could give, I jumped up, fist in the air, and said yes. But with this motion,
Let the record show he is left hand fisted in the air.
yeah, it was like uppercutting a Play-Doh can. I literally, it was like a lever, unleashed the floodgates into my underwear.
And
I was 16 years old and it was noon.
it was noon.
So I went inside and changed and got a large
And got
ice
ice
cream. Later that year, I found out I was lactose intolerant. So
So you dispose upon thought of dairy.
yeah, my body pre-dairied. Yeah, my body was like, we need to cleanse the palate. So
Jared, your storytelling is immaculate.
thank you. And with that, I bid you adieu. I think that's goodbye in Russian.
You know what?
That's a little on the nose, right? Hey, Parker, can you stop mouth breathing for 5 minutes? I'm gonna mosey now. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, New York.
Jared.
So
Pick it up.
it was 7 a.m.
By the way, welcome to the West Side Podcast.
Let's go.
I'm surrounded at this point, but also historically.
Bring him back. Bring him back.
Anyway, sorry, go on.
There's some deep lore.
Good night, Charlene. Good night.
Good night.
I hope you change your mind about being on the podcast.
I hope you change your mind about being on the podcast.
That's called foreshadowing.
That's called echoing.
This is called pod racing.
Now this is pod racing.
So are we sharing poop stories?
Sure.
So Layton has an update.
We decided earlier it's a spin-off.
I will revoke my story and I'm going to hand my microphone over to Layton.
How's there an update of a multi-year-old?
This isn't an update. This is a separate one. This is a separate one. It's not.
You found it more.
No, I didn't find more. After last year, I went digging. No, that's not true. No, it's not true. That's not true.
Foreshadowing?
We just lost half
Nancy,
the crew.
have you heard
What
his
happened?
story?
Say again?
Have you heard his story?
No, I don't think.
That's better. Keep it that way. No, you didn't. The one with the
Nancy
mattress.
knows.
Famous.
The one with the
Yes.
mattress.
The one with the mattress.
There was more than a mattress, but yes. 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 In Little Rock, Arkansas, on a business training educational trip. And
Was your age?
my age was 20.
Are you sticking with that age?
I'm going to stick with that
Okay.
age. I have photo proof of this. Kind of. So I get down there, right? Not sharing a room with anyone. I'm just in a hotel, right?
Okay.
And it's been. I am in Little Rock. Get down in there, right?
Avery knows exactly what he's talking about.
Right, it's been a full day of travel, so things
Okay.
happen.
Things do happen,
Things
in
happen, right?
traveling.
So that night, I need to take a dump, right? Typical first night in a hotel type of material. This is a sketchy hotel. That being the case, I did not look, and this is an honest mistake, did not look for a plunger before I sat down to do the number 2.
Pause.
We've talked about this.
I cannot stand it. And if this is about you, I hope you feel every bit of the wrath of God. How dare you have a guest bathroom and not put a plunger in it?
This is a hotel room. But yes,
How dare
agree.
you,
I agree.
homeowner, listening to this podcast episode right now, who has a guest bathroom and invites people over and lets them poop in their toilet, and you don't provide your guests with a plunger?
Let the record show.
What?
No, go ahead.
What does it show?
No, Avery. No, Avery.
Okay,
Go ahead.
I feel a little called out right now.
Yeah.
But
No, she has a
that's the
bathroom.
thing, though.
How?
If you only have one, you need to
Time
have a
you guys
plunger.
have pooped in my bathroom. It was not consented to.
You have a home that you invited us over to, and I had to poop. I've been pooping in that bathroom before you lived there.
Same. I have one
I've thrown up
bathroom.
in your toilet before.
I knew that.
I have one bathroom. It's not a guest bathroom.
I've never been to your house before.
Yes, you have.
I
Yes,
have
you have.
no idea what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah. You have. It's Andrew and Olivia's old place.
Oh,
You've been there.
Harry Potter.
I've pooped in your toilet before.
I've pooped in your toilet before. I pooped in your toilet before the 10K. Also,
Avery, do you at least have a toilet cleaning brush? Avery?
Yeah, but it's like in the cabinet.
I've used a toilet cleaning brush. I'm gonna be honest. I've used my hand.
What?
Slow down there, AJ. You are foreshadowing something here.
let the record show Carissa is with arms wide open, but with her mouth
She is.
at AJ.
She
right now.
is.
By the way, I would like to say I have one bathroom. It's not a guest bathroom. And I have two plungers. So you
Mad
can
respect.
choose your weapon of
Mad
destruction.
respect. You
and
could
get
dual
the job
fist it.
done. Ew. What? Pause.
I'm gonna start a GoFundMe for Parker to give his plunger to Avery.
I will support this.
She will never get my used plungers.
I can't do it. Never mind.
Somebody give
Take 'em back.
Immediate.
Oh wait, are you gonna?
You'll get yours later. We barely ever get Nancy.
This is like a Christopher Nolan movie. The timeline's all over the place.
All right, so I won't say the school that I retired from, but
It's an ambulance. It's a little hospital on wheels.
and
The way you set that up. Get wrecked.
What a move.
D, please let me back. So anyway, so I was a nurse there, and there was a bathroom outside the health services station that many of the students liked to use because they didn't want to poop in their own room. And this poop, I mentioned the pool of poop. This poop was exceptionally large. And I needed to, well, no, it wasn't mine. It was, oh, yeah. No, truly, it was like trophy award winning. I mean, I've been a nurse for a lot of years and I had never seen a poop in a toilet that large. It wouldn't go down. And there was no plunger. And and it was our bathroom. Like, I needed to use the bathroom. And all I could think to do, I'm like, I just got to make it smaller.
Oh, okay. That's not where I thought that was going. That is
Well,
not where I
had,
thought that was
you
going.
know, access to gloves and all. So I grabbed.
Let the record show Carissa is just in awe.
I grabbed a tongue blade.
Not awe.
And a tongue blade.
Mad respect, Nancy.
People would, like, they tongue depressor. Thank you. Oh, sorry, tongue depressor. Wow, I'm tired. Yeah, the wooden
So
stick. Wooden
that
stick.
entire conversation it's a wooden like,
stick
that you put on
doctors
your
use
tongue.
to look at your tonsils with, or nurses. Yeah. Pardon? No. Yep. Chop. I used it like a knife cutting the
with a
poop,
spoon.
and it worked, and it flushed, and all was well. I saved the day.
I can relate to that story. I immaculately blasted a massive turd and it also would not go down. It would like it it got like wedged between the so if you look at a hole in a toilet, the like backboard and the front part of the bowl. And so I flushed and the
Immaculately
water just
blasted, name of the episode.
the water, you'd flush the water and it would spin around and it would leave the poop and go under the poop. And so I also had the idea of chopping it up, but I thought you said you like scooped it up.
No,
That's where I thought that was
yeah.
going. I also went to chop it,
Or
but
tongue depressor. Yeah.
I didn't have a tongue depressor because I'm not a nurse. So
Fair.
what I did was I took
Oh.
my plunger and started chopping it with the edge of the plunger. No, the
Hey.
edge of the
Oh,
edge of
okay.
the rubber.
Hey yo.
The problem is then
It bends.
the poop was
Yeah,
stuck
and
to
it's
the
on-
rubber of the plunger.
Bro.
So that was gross.
You know what sucks?
Ate it.
You know what sucks?
Dipped
It's
it in
one
chocolate
of the
and
two
ate it.
plungers that he has in his bathroom.
When you clog a toilet and you're, putting in that work trying to unclog it, but the water is rising.
Oh.
Have you ever had a full toilet overflow?
Yeah.
No. I'm too suave.
Hey, I have a recent poop story
I
that I would like to share after Layton
After
finishes his.
I feel in this friend group, I feel like I'm not good enough because of my farts are not loud.
Mm,
They don't smell.
mm.
My poops are normal size and I never struggle with them. And all of my friends are counterpoint to
Weakling.
that. The smelliest, loudest farts and always struggle with poop.
It's true.
That's the
These
cutest
things are
thing
true.
anyone has ever said to me.
We high fived.
It's true. I was 20 years old when this happened.
By the time this is posted, he's 26.
Right. It's true. And dropped the log in the toilet. No plunger. So I did what anyone would logically do, right? It's not plunging down. So there was the old little garbage bag, right? And then there were the little bags that like the cups came in. So I took a cup and used that and put my hand obviously in a bag. Went in full plunger style.
Straight up picked up dog poop. Pick up my dog's poop.
No, I used that and my hand to create a momentum inertia effect to push the log through.
So you had a bag around your hand, and then you
Yes.
had a cup that you were holding.
Well, I dropped the
and
cup.
you were
at-
and you dropped the cup.
Yes. Let the record show that Carissa is utterly disgusted.
And
Yes,
so you
Mason.
plunged
Yes.
with a plastic hotel cup with a bag around your hands.
What'd you do with the cup after?
I threw the cup away
Where?
in the garbage.
Like, was there a bag in the garbage, or did you take
There were
it
two.
back from the garbage to touch the cup?
I did, but there was an extra bag that
You
I
just
put
gently
the
threw
bag,
a
So you
back in.
nicely put
cup
the
into a
cup
trash can.
in the bag. Yeah,
Okay, that
Well,
was respectful of you.
that is true. But I did drop the poop cup because it kind of fell apart. So I used my fist and kind of hand and like
Oh,
shoved.
let the record show he did the motion of punching forward and then opened his hand and then just sklooshed.
You've got to create a seal, guys.
That was crazy.
Toilet CPR.
That was wild.
Poop CPR.
All right, that was
Turd-
worth the
turd-
wait. That
turd
was worth the
PR.
wait.
Third PR. It worked though. The toilet was clean and finished.
I'm glad you were successful.
And I was ready to do it again. I almost had to the next day.
Did you have
The
an extra cup and bag?
No, I was just gonna. I did have an extra bag.
what
I
were you
did. I was prepared to do it a second day. I don't believe I did. I had a picture though myself.
Wow.
We'll upload it to nothing.
You'll upload a picture of it.
No, I will not.
Ah.
Okay. Were you on FaceTime with
You were
him?
on the phone with him.
Yes, they were FaceTiming.
I called all my friends
disgusting.
and I needed their encouragement.
Charlene
as
was
I
set
did
on
it.
the edge of the.
Charlene was
on the edge of
directing
the
him.
toilet.
I was
She looking
FaceTiming.
at it.
Charlene was like,
Oh
all
my
right,
God.
I
look
needed
around the
CPR
room.
lessons.
There should be a bag in the trash can. I've done this many
She,
times.
she was like, I need a closer look. Dunk me in.
Oh, it's down there somewhere. Let me take another look.
Your phone's waterproof. It's fine.
It's waterproof. It's not
Done.
Shart proof. It still smells to this
That was
day.
not a shirt.
Hey.
All right. So have I told that story yet? The one. Okay. I don't think I have. I've been in the kitchen, whipping, chefing, whipping. Mix it with my left hand.
Mason just
Sorry.
gave Parker a massage.
My inner Pillsbury Doughboy.
a back
Just
massage. And then Mason proceeded to look at his hands in disgust of, I know.
Tea.
Of how much sweat there was on his
I'm
shoulders.
telling our.
That was crisp.
Wow.
That was a crisp cane open.
Hey everybody, welcome to my ASMR.
No, he did not.
AJ was present for this story. That's why I want him to have one.
Indeed, I was.
We were going for a run, and this story has multiple lessons embedded into it. If you have the,
Because you're a writer, not a.
If the
historian.
spirit
if
is
you
in you
receive
to,
them.
to reveal.
If we were in AJ's driveway,
That's right.
and I said to him, I said, "Man, when we get back from this run, I am going to have to drop a masterclass poop." And he said, "Ah ha ha, let's go." And
Yeah.
he was, and so anyway, the lesson in that is, if you're aware that you need to dump and you're saying things like, "I'm going to dump so good when I get back from this run," you need to stop what you're doing and dump like an adult and then go for your run.
Look, there's nothing sweeter than a pre-run poop.
There's nothing
Clear
sweeter
the
than a
system.
pre-run poop.
Because then you don't got to worry about anything
You know, it's not
on the
sweet.
run.
A sweaty poop.
Right.
So I don't know why you wanted to poop after you ran, anyways.
But sometimes we're under a time crunch. And so you think, all right, this is going to take me more time to poop and then get done with the
Yeah,
run.
I understand. I'm not a runner.
Yeah, you get impatient.
I was never invited to run with you guys. So
You want to?
no.
So we leave. And initially, I was under the impression that it's going to be a 2-mile run, like down and back. Because he says, "Hey, there's this really long straightaway. We can go down and back. It'll be like 2 miles." Anyway, we get down the straightaway.
Let the record show Mason and I are caressing Parker's arm because he's shivering.
I'm
And-
listening to a story.
Continue, brother.
And he goes, "Actually, I want to try out a new route. Do you mind if we go a little further? It'll be like 5 miles." And I said, "Yeah, sure, no problem. We can do that."
Right.
So we turn the corner and we start going, and I feel my body change in a way
Painful
that it
disease,
hasn't
like-
changed in like 9 years. And I'm like,
Dear God, Lord help him.
I'm like, we at this point are 2.5 miles away from home, and we've got 2.5 miles to go, like either way.
Right.
And so
There was no turning back.
there's no turning
Turning
back,
back.
and there's no going forward because I'm equidistant either way. I'm screwed. And so to the left of me, there's woods and stuff. And
Now that you've started describing landscape at this location, I'm understanding that you're looking for a location to defecate.
they're
yeah,
like
yeah.
the kinds of, if you've seen Bambi, it's the meadows and trees that Bambi's mom gets blasted in. That's what we're dealing with. here.
Oh.
And I'm
Was it
like,
you?
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
and I'm like, I am gonna go into that field
And kill
and
Bambi's mom.
This is where I'm like, this is where it happens. And I'm looking, and I'm so tempted to just go. And AJ's like, "Yeah, you can use your shirt to wipe and like just bury it, like dig it up with your hands and bury it. Just leave it."
Hey,
And I'm like,
listen, those are options.
they were options, and dude,
Well, yeah,
I swear,
exactly.
I was tempted.
Nancy said, "Leave no trace."
That's,
So what did you do?
the ground was also wet because
Your
it was like,
situation
oh my
seems
gosh,
like
it,
hopeless.
it was
You were there.
it was like a cooler.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
It was a cooler afternoon day. It's like humid and like drizzling.
It was cool, humid, and
It's-
drizzling.
It's drizzling, and so my feet are wet-ish because I have waterproof shoes. AJ's feet are soaked,
moist.
and we're going. We get another half mile. AJ's like, "Dude, there's a firehouse like on the next turn, on the next block, and so you'll be fine." And I'm like, "Okay, sounds good." We turn the corner, and it's a residential area, and I'm like, "Where's the firehouse?" And the block let the record show I just did air quotes. The block, because it's a visual metaphor for what's about to happen.
Parker,
The block
what we're all laughing at right now is
was
Parker
a
is doing
mile and a quarter long. Like it's
massive
not
air
a block,
quotes.
it's a straightaway.
It's a block. It's just a long block.
That works.
I'm sorry that you don't like words, but words have meaning.
So we turn onto the block.
Yes,
and
AJ, words do have meaning. That's not the one.
at what he did was hit me with false hope, the worst kind of hope.
No, whoa. You should have known that I was testing out a new route, like I told you.
I was aware of this. Dude,
And I gave myself enough room when I said, I think down by this next corner. I might be. Anyways, continue your story, Parker.
We're at the point where I have to stop like every 15 steps and walk, because every time I start running again, it pushes up and down and up and down, and it's like
it's
like
sloshing.
it's
Your
like
poop is sloshing.
yeah. Look, Nancy's like, yeah, I know what it. Yes,
it's like
it was like
Parker,
birthing.
you know, like, and you're familiar with this as you've done it before.
Imagine
That's what Nancy said.
Imagine jumping up and down with a cup of like a can of Coke and it's open.
Okay, this is what I was doing.
You know,
I was
getting ready to go out, just go to town.
This is what was
just
happening.
everywhere, all over your arm, on your shoes.
My
Continue.
stomach was plunging out my intestines.
Just like Leighton plunging out the
Just
toilet with his
Leighton-
hand in a fist.
Leighton misfrizzled himself into my septic tank. Was pumping my. Let me stop.
No, finish that sentence.
I absolutely will not be finishing that sentence.
It's worse that you
You're
stopped.
welcome, Rick. So I leaned over. My favorite author. I leaned over to tie my shoes because they got untied.
Got 'em. Oh yeah, I
And
remember that like it was yesterday.
I stopped tying. I straight up. I just tucked them into my shoe because I was like, I can't tie these. I'm gonna blast through my pants into the road.
I don't remember. I think I offered.
AJ is such a gentleman. He's like, yeah, I'll tie your shoe for you. I'm like, no, it's cool. Let's just keep moving slowly. And AJ's at some point we're so desperate. AJ's like, man, I don't know anybody on this strip well enough to like have you try to go into their home to poop. And I was like, that's okay.
I would have asked if I knew him.
I respect it. Anyway, we're finally on the straightaway where the firehouse is supposed to be. And AJ's like second guessing himself on the firehouse. He's like, you know what? If the firehouse doesn't work out, there's a gas station. Problem is, it's another mile and a half. And I'm like, oh my.
By the way, that was
I'm
me and
so
Charlene running
desperate.
the other day when we ran 8 miles. I was like, dude, let's run 4 miles. And then we got to 2. And I'm like, dude, let's run 6 miles.
The other day, that was 2 months ago.
Yeah, you know, it's just been so long. Continue.
You guys, I was so desperate. I thought straight up that I was going to crap my pants and have a
crap attack.
A crap attack. Like, this is my mindset. I'm not giving you the end of the story. I'm giving you my mindset at the time. It was like, I'm about to poop.
And
in my
honestly, it
diaper.
felt like there was no other choice.
I'm about to NASCAR driver this blit. Because they were they race. Their race suits are also diapers.
Stop.
Yeah, it's something you pick up on this podcast.
Nancy is so shocked that she learned something from our podcast. Me too.
A lot of things, but
So
okay, Parker,
Nancy's
mira,
learned
go.
so much about my fellow leaders, my fellow youth leaders. I'm just thinking that this could someday be blackmail material, but
Oh, for sure.
Sister in Christ.
for when I need
It
nursing
is.
home care and stuff,
I'm terrified.
So we're running down the strip. There's a firehouse at the end.
We get about halfway, and I see this giant, huge tree, and I'm like, I could duck behind that tree. No one would see me. Like, no drivers, no anybody.
Right.
And AJ's like, yeah, LOL, you could do that. And
Unquote.
we see some more of where this tree is, and what starts coming into view are these vertically aligned stones. And I'm like, hey, yo, that right there is a cemetery. It's a metaphor for the death that my body is about to experience as I poop myself.
Right.
So desperate at this point.
Yeah.
I look over every time a new thing comes into view or like a new patch of trees. I'm staring at it like a cheetah staring at a gazelle because I'm so desperate at this point. So I'm staring.
I was like Mason and Parker.
And as I'm staring, what my view of the cemetery is getting broader and broader and broader and broader and broader, and there's a bright blue thing.
What? What?
A bright blue, large thing
Bluey.
in the dark abyss of rain haze and cemetery stones with corpses rising from them.
Yep.
Huh.
And I think to myself, this is either a shack, like a storage shed,
Right. Like a pole barn.
or an
what?
outhouse.
What?
I take off into a dead sprint, and I
can confirm.
If I had my phone on
went,
me,
oh, and then sprinted, and I didn't realize what was happening at this moment. I was processing.
I considered leaping. I was dying to get into the cemetery. I considered leaping
over the
fence.
fence.
I had to. I considered leaping over this 2.5 meter tall fence. Luckily, the gate was open, so I sprint through the open fence, and I have the numbers on Nike Run Club. I'm pretty sure that I hit a 3-minute 44-second per mile pace.
Hi, it is 2025 Parker here. I pulled up the stats on Nike Run Club. It turns out I pulled a 3-minute and 22-second pace per mile in this dead sprint.
I'm sprinting. And this is before I know what this blue item is. For all I know, it's a water container.
Right.
But I'm like, at this point, I'm sprinting so fast that there's no, my body can't recover from this.
He went all in. He put it on the table.
I went into the cemetery, and this poop is wenting out of my butt. I get there, and I realize it is a cemetery. And no, it is an outhouse. So I pull the door open and I jump in, and it's not quite dark. It's like it's occupied. It's not quite nighttime dark, but it's dark, and so I can't really see everything. But I can see that there's a splotch on the seat.
No.
Despite all my desperation, despite the dead sprint, some blessed way, I was still able to squench it in enough to yank out a toilet paper.
Yes.
Wipe it.
Come on.
Dunk it.
Come on.
And then I covered a single sheet of toilet paper on, sat my booty down, and cemetery sharted.
Yes.
Into this outhouse at Mach 19.
That's the providence of God right there.
AJ kept running outside. He was like,
I was
praying for me.
I was doing laps. It was a walk.
We went to town and we passed the cemetery, and Parker's just like, I wonder if they have a porta potty in there. Yeah. I had no context until just now.
Foreshadowing.
Wow. I'm so happy that you remembered that.
Why would a cemetery have a porta potty?
The fact that it did.
The providence of God.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Providence
is
the answer.
And so I
Don't tell me God doesn't exist.
I stand up.
Take that, atheist.
I stand,
please.
And this single ply toilet paper is.
No.
It's like when you peel a sticker off of a sticker thing, but
dude, because
the toilet paper is the sticker and my butt is the parchment paper.
No.
So I pull it off and throw it away, and then we ran home, and I survived.
Really?
My underwear survived.
Kinda.
My shoes survived. Everything survived.
Let the record show at the end of that story,
house.
Parker was simply staring off into the middle distance, remembering like it's the end of a war movie. There was definitely pain and trauma that he was working through in that moment. You're really trying to talk without a microphone. You're really going for it.
Parker, I just want to say, you persevered, and the Lord was evident in your life. And I'm just
Let's pray. Just raise
Parker,
your
will
hand if
you-
you've ever pooped in a cemetery?
Will you just thank God for a moment?
Yeah, I see all those hands.
Look at those hands.
Anybody need a
God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom.
Anybody need to confess
power,
of sins?
and love. Our God is an awesome
Those little
God.
dirty cemetery toilet turd
is
sins
an awesome God.
stain.
He reigns from heaven.
You can lay it down.
Charlene, get the keys.
Power and love. Our God is an awesome God.
Come on.
The
porta potty provider.
Goodbye, podcasters. Power and love. We'll see you next week. Our God is an awesome God.
I love you guys. And the church said,
Amen.